Welcome, my name is Jesse and you are listening to The Wake Up Call. This show is about opening your eyes to how you've been living, bringing awareness to the standard you've been operating at, and helping you start living to your full potential. There are two ways I'll help you do this. One, by disciplining your mind, and two, by strengthening your body. It's time to take stock of your current performance and go to the next level. Let's do this. There are only two types of people in this world. People who talk about getting shit done and talk about making things happen. And then there are the people who actually make those things fucking happen. Now, I want you to have a very good look at yourself in the mirror and start to figure out, who are you? Which one of those people are you? Are you number one, the person who talks a big game? Or are you person number two, who actually makes things happen and bring them into your reality? What I'm about to talk you through is a very simple way for you to clearly establish which type of person you are. This is how you figure it out. What have you been saying to yourself that you want to achieve this year? 2020. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a year unprecedented, unlike anything most of us have ever experienced before. No doubt about it. And this is where you have to put all of that stuff aside. I want you to only think about the things which have been in your control. So this is what is called controlling your controllables. Can you control COVID-19? No. None of us could control or have a role directly of how to affect or change the coronavirus situation. It happened. It's still happening, unfortunately. We're all in this situation together, so put that aside. With everything else that is within your control, within your power, and in the scope of being your responsibility, I want you to take stock of this. What have you been saying that you want to accomplish this year? Did you set out at the start of the year and say to yourself, I want to change the body that I'm in. I want to change my mindset. I want to improve the way that I look and feel. I want to be able to stare myself in the mirror and be proud of the person who I actually see staring back at me. Have you said any of those things to yourself this year? Cool. Identify one or a couple of those things which stand out for you. For you, it might be building strength. Maybe it's changing your whole perspective of who you are as a person. Whatever that goal or whatever that target was that you set for yourself, this is what you're going to now objectively assess where you are. How many of those things have you actually accomplished? How many of those goals, targets, and ambitions that you set to yourself earlier in the year or at the start of the year have you actually ticked off? How close to achieving them are you? Because I know for a lot of you listening, you are nowhere close to hitting your goals. COVID aside, what has been in your control and what have you achieved? If the answer is nothing, I haven't achieved anything, or I haven't really achieved that much that I set out to, you, my friend, are a shit talker. Yes, you listening, if you set yourself these big grand plans and ambitions and you haven't moved the needle forward towards those targets or haven't even progressed towards the goals that you set for yourself, what the fuck are you doing with your year? And this is the separating factor. People think it's luck. People think it's happenstance. People think that there's this overnight success, or there's the success fairy who comes and taps you on the shoulder and gives you these fucking superpowers to lose the weight, get in shape, build muscle, drop the fat, change the whole fucking framework of who you are as an individual. This does not happen. That is a fantasy. That is fiction. You are not in a fucking movie. You are not Spider-Man. You are not Iron Man. You are not Wonder Woman. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in life right now. And the reason that I say this is because your actions demonstrate it. Your life tells you exactly where you are and why you are where you are. It's for a reason. It's not by chance. If you're in shape, you have earned it. If you are out of shape, you have earned it as well. If you have a flat stomach, you have earned it. If you have a big beer belly or gut, you have earned it. If you have well-defined arms and biceps that you look yourself in the mirror and think, fuck, I look good, you've earned it. Well done. Congratulations. Yet if you look at yourself in the mirror and you see arms that you're not happy with, that are bulky or flabby or have bingo wings and they disgust you, you have earned them. It didn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen by chance. It happens by your actions and your decisions. So talking about the things you want to achieve is irrelevant. People have been doing it for eons. People have been doing it for fucking hundreds and thousands of years. I want to achieve all of these grand master plans. That's cool. But are you actually moving the needle forward? Are you actually progressing? Do you have some form of results to back up your talk? Yes or no? So, where to from here? Very simple. If you want to be mentally and physically strong, you have to go and do things that mentally and physically strong people do. Things like resistance training, going and lifting weights, reading books, growing your mind, and getting out of your comfort zone. All right? That is non-negotiable. These are the actions of a strong person. If you want to lose weight, do it. There's nothing stopping you. All you need to do, if your goal is weight loss, I'm not saying it is, but if it is, this is what you need to do. You need to stop eating so much shit food and you need to move more. So I know there's always going to be this one person, there's going to be this asterisk hole, as Andy calls it, who says, yeah, but this and that. Here's the deal. It's not as simple as eat less, move more. I understand that. But what I am trying to get across is the principle remains. You are consuming too many calories. It is a very simple mathematical equation. Calories out must exceed calories in. So if you are overweight, if you are not at the body weight or the body fat percentage you would love to be at, you need to reduce the number of calories that you're consuming and or increase your calorie expenditure. That is by moving, by exercise, by increasing what is called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So that is the amount of calories you burn through unplanned physical activity. Fidgeting, moving, walking from your car to the office, parking further away from the shops to go and get your groceries, whatever it is. It's just general moving, fidgeting, stuff that is not planned. So you've got to create a calorie deficit. And I don't care how you do that. There are a myriad of ways that you can do that. Like I talked about in the podcast a few episodes ago, for you it might mean removing snacks. So maybe you eat really well breakfast, lunch and dinner and you kill yourself and you shoot yourself in the foot by eating these little bitty snacks. This biscuit here, this lolly here, this handful of nuts here. Oh, they tasted good. I'll grab another full handful of nuts and there's another 100 or 200 calories right there. I don't care how you do it, but the goal remains the same. The principle has not changed. The goalposts have not moved. If you're not where you want to be with your body, you've got to change. You've got to change your actions. Do you want to be a more positive person? This year has been very frustrating, super negative. You turn on the telly, coronavirus this, COVID-19 that, shut down this. I understand it's frustrating. It's out of my control. It's out of your control. You can only do what you can do. We are not in control of the coronavirus. So what we then do is we follow the guidelines which have been given to us. And then we look at our own situation. What can I do right now to improve my situation? If whenever I jump on my phone, all I see is negative this, negative that, corona this, corona that. Well, here's an idea. How about you stop scrolling? Maybe it's an idea to do a social media detox. It's the only type of detox I recommend, by the way. But maybe it means uninstalling the Facebook app. I actually don't have the Facebook app on my phone. And when I'm on the computer, I actually do not have a newsfeed. I have an extension which kills my newsfeed Because when I am on my computer, I want to stay productive. I want to keep my mind focused on the things within my power, within my control. I'm not saying you have to do all of these things. These are just options. But these are things within your direct control. Things that do not revolve around anybody else needing to play a role or play a part in achieving it. So if you want to be more positive, if you want to get rid of some negativity, figure out what is that negativity? Where is it coming from? Is it coming from the TV? If it is, stop watching the news or stop watching the TV. Oh, fuck, what do you mean? After a long day of work, I need to put my feet up. Cool. Grab yourself a book. Read something. Watch a YouTube tutorial on how to improve some aspect, or maybe it's a DIY project. I don't know. Stop scrolling for social media for news. If you want some news, go and search for it from a reputable outlet. I'm not going to tell you where to look. Everybody can look in their own desired location. But maybe stop looking for inspiration and, looking at all of this well manicured and photoshopped images on all of the social media shit you see. So one of the things that I'm just going to quickly touch on before I move on to my next point is this. What you see on social media is a highlight reel. It is not real life. People spend fucking hours editing their videos and images, adding sound and putting effects and this and that on to make things look the best that they possibly can for a still shot or a video or a photo. That's not real life. That is somebody's absolute best case, worked on for hours project to make this image look awesome. So maybe that's not an accurate representation of life. We could probably say that that's an accurate statement. Maybe go and do some shit instead of looking for inspiration. Go outside, go for a walk, travel. If you have to stay interstate, of course. Go and help a friend. Go and catch up with somebody who you haven't been in contact with for a while. Just go through your phone and think, shit, I haven't caught up with that person for about 2 years. Maybe I should just reach out and see how they're doing and catch up for a cup of coffee. What you want to try and do is create content, not consume it. So if all that is surrounding you is negativity, how about you create some positivity? And then you can be a beacon of light for other people as well. I want you to start thinking about these topics and think about this thing that I'm talking about on a daily level. High performance, living the life that you want, having the body that you want, having the mindset and the strength to do what is required for your goals takes time, and it takes daily effort. Keyword there is daily. So, enough talking. No more talking about what you're going to do and what you plan to do and all the things that you might accomplish. How about you go and start doing those things? Write down some goals. Actually put a piece of paper down in front of you. Grab yourself a pen or a pencil so you can make any adjustments that you might need to, and start writing down what you will accomplish. Not what you want to accomplish, what you will accomplish. And when you start framing words like that, not what I plan to do, what I will do, you'll actually see a lot of things start moving forward. Because if you have a piece of paper that says, I will go to the gym 3 times per week, and you don't do it, you'll know pretty quick that you need to change your actions and up your level of effort very fucking quickly. Because every time you look at that piece of paper that says, I will go to the gym 3 times per week, and you haven't done it, you're going to feel fucking embarrassed. You're going to look yourself in the mirror and think, fuck, I'm not a very trustworthy person. I'm not holding up my end of the deal. I'm being incongruent with my goals. I said I want this. I said I was going to accomplish this. This is what I said I will do, what I'm going to commit to, and I haven't held that up. So then it becomes, am I prepared to change that to make that become reality? Some people will do it, some people won't do it. It's up to you. Are you a talker or are you a doer? Do you want to keep talking about improving your body, your mindset, and your life? Or are you going to become the person who lets their actions speak for them? I would suggest the latter. Stop talking about what it is you want to accomplish and go and do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Make it happen. If you loved the Wake Up Call, found it entertaining, or got some benefit out of listening, I would appreciate you helping me to spread the word. Please share it with a friend or on social media so that you can pay it forward and give someone else the opportunity to improve themselves like you just have. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon for another episode.